Alright, I'm back with another video. It's been a few days. Now, what you see on the screen here is as a mock draft. Why a mock draft? Because the NBA draft is less than a day away. You know, I didn't think that we would have games, but here we are having the NBA draft. It's crazy. December 22nd or 21st is when the NBA starts back. Crazy. We all thought that it would be January to March. But starting in December. And the draft is tomorrow. And I thought that it would be fun to do a mock draft of all the lottery teams. So, I'm going to be doing all the lottery teams. With that explanation out of the way. And me already talking for a minute and a half. Let's get into it. Now, with the first pick, you can't do trades in this website. So we're just going to be picking. We're not going to be doing trades. This is kind of tough for the Timberwolves. But due to fit, Anthony Edwards is the best available, but LaMelo Ball is the best player available. And I don't know if D'Angelo Russell and LaMelo, I guess that they could work. LaMelo Ball is a 6'8" point guard with gifted passing abilities. His shot selection is bad. He's going to be a streaky shooter one in the league. At first, he's going to be very inconsistent. What rookies aren't. But those are all. And his defense isn't. He's a defensive liability, but in his prime, he could be a capable defender when in his prime. And the Timberwolves, this is a young team. Malik Beasley, they have him. But he could play that Lou Williams role for a stint in Minnesota. He won't be giving you 20 on every night like Lou Will does, but he's going to be playing that role, giving you 10 to 15, maybe 20 points off the bench. So, I like that role the best for Malik Beasley. Rather than him just starting. I know he's still very young, 22 years old. 22 or 23. But I just feel like the six-man role is what would fit Malik Beasley the best. And the Timberwolves need some defense. So, I'm going to draft. So, with the first overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards from Georgia University. Now, my favorite team in the league, Golden State, is up. LaMelo, we don't really need him. We're going after Avery Bradley. We got Jordan Poole. He's going to have a decent season next year. We don't need LaMelo, but we do need another center. So with the second overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select James Wiseman, the 7-foot center from Memphis. And the Hornets don't need another guard. This might sound crazy. They got Miles Bridges. But They don't need another guard. I feel both Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham should be starting. So because of that, with the third overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Deni Avdija from Israel. And with the fourth pick in the 2020 NBA draft, this should be obvious. Chris Nunn, he's not going to be on the team anymore. Kobe White is more of a scorer than an actual playmaker. So with that, in the 2020, with the fourth overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select LaMelo Ball from Lithuania. And the Cavs don't really need a center because they got Tristan Thompson already, and how do you say his name? Ante Zizic? Yeah. Andre Drummond's going to be coming back. Tristan Thompson might be going back to the Cavs. So with the fifth overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers will select Obi Toppin, which he is a really good offensive player, but he has the potential to be Amari Stoudemire, but is a poor defender. Yes. Alright, sorry about that. That was my mother. Sorry about that. Anyway, with the fifth overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Obi Toppin from Dayton. The Atlanta Hawks don't really need a center since that they already have Bruno Fernando. He's okay. And they already have Clint Capella under contract. They don't really need another wing either. But they could definitely use another guard. I think you see where I'm going with this. Tyrese Halliburton, he was a pretty good point guard in college last year. Decent playmaker. Okay shooter. Can score the ball okay. So with that, the Atlanta Hawks select where are you at? Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State. Now the Pistons, they probably won't re-sign Christian Wood, and he's a center. He can play center and power forward because Christian Wood doesn't want to be on the Pistons. He wants to be on a winning team, a playoff team. So the Pistons are going to have to fill in that center position. Onyeka, he's a great defender. No offense, but he could turn into a good post-scoring center. Good rebounding, great defensive skills. Offensive game needs a lot of work, but he could definitely develop that over the course of his career. And so, with the seventh pick, the Pistons will select Onyeka Okongwu. Again, great defender. That's what the Pistons need. And the Knicks really need everything like usual. Power forwards, they got Julius Randle, they got Bobby Portis. Center, they got Mitchell Robinson, that's it. They don't need a power forward or center, but they do need a point guard, shooting guard, small forward. Isaac Okoro is a great a great defender. Another great defender in this draft. So with the 7th pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Knicks select Isaac Okoro from Auburn, great defender, and that's what the Knicks need. Now, again, I'm just trying to think of this on top of my head. This is all unscripted. The Wizards, they have Ish Smith under contract. They have John Wall under contract. So they don't need a point guard. Shooting guard, they have Bradley Beal. I don't know what position. I don't know what position Troy Brown plays. You either play shooting guard or small forward. They got Rui Hachimura. Like, I don't really know. What what position the Wizards need. But I do know what they need. They need defense. They're a terrible defensive team. And do you know who's in here that is a good defender? Devin Vassell. So, the Wizards are going to select Devin Vassell. No. Not Devin Vassell. Saddiq Bey, because he's a good 3-and-D forward. That will be ready day one. The Wizards are looking to compete now, I mean, they have a lot of young players, but they're looking to compete now. So, with that, where are you at? He's all the way down as 17th. He's a power forward. Well, either Saddiq or Rui can play small forward, power forward. I can't believe he's all the way down 17th. ESPN is definitely underrating the man. So with the 9th pick, the Wizards select Saddiq Bey. Now the Suns, they don't have a bench at all. And they're looking to win now. I would take some good defense. So he's a good defender. He can shoot the 3. So let's take him. Now with the 11th pick, the Spurs, Patrick Williams, he has good defensive instincts. He's a project, definitely. But I feel like he would be such a great player of the Spurs. The Spurs are going into rebuilding mode anyway. They can afford to develop him. Like some other teams in this draft, they're looking to win now. The Spurs aren't. They have DeMar DeRozan and they have Rudy Gay. They have Patty Mills. And they have LaMarcus Aldridge. Besides Patty, I mean, I think that they should try to get rid of Rudy, DeMar, and LaMarcus. So Patrick Williams, another good defender, has great defensive instincts, great athlete, a project, but can turn out to be a pretty good player, and I trust the Spurs to develop him correctly. 11th pick, Florida State, Patrick Williams. Now, the Kings don't need a point guard because they already have De'Aaron Fox. The Kings are going to have to need a shooting guard. They're going to have to need a small forward. They need a shooting guard and small forward because Buddy Hield is out. They got Rajon Holmes for the center position. They don't need a small forward. I mean, a power forward because they got Marvin Bagley. I mean, I know he's injury prone, but he still has good upside. So, Aaron Neesmith, I don't know much about him, honestly. I'll admit that. But, out of positional need, the Kings are going to be selecting Aaron Neesmith. He's one thing I do know about him is that he is a pretty good player in this draft. Now with the 13th pick, they don't need a point guard. They definitely don't need a shooting guard. Do they need a small forward? They got Brandon Ingram. They got Zion. Like, who is their backup point guard? They don't need a shooting guard because they already got they got Eric Bledsoe, George Hill. I mean, I know those guys are going to be gone. Eric Bledsoe, George Hill from that Drew Holiday trade last night. And they have Lonzo. They don't need a point guard, so they don't need to be selecting Killian Hayes. I mean, I know those guys are going to be gone by the time the season starts. Not so sure about George Hill, but I'm sure about Eric Bledsoe. Precious, they already got Zion. Shooting guard, they already got JJ Redick. And Josh Hart. With this pick, I'm not so sure. Precious is a pretty good player. Don't know a lot about these players in the draft, like every year. But with the 13th pick, the New Orleans Hornets will select Precious. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. And the Celtics need a big. No doubt about that. They don't need another guard. Because they got Jaylen Brown, they got Kemba, they have Marcus Smart. But Isaiah Stewart, he's not really NBA ready. Who's their backup point guard right now? Brad Wanamaker? This is the 14th pick. RJ Barrett, not RJ Barrett, RJ Hampton, he is a confident player. He has potential to be one of the best players in this draft. They don't have a backup point guard, but they do have a backup shooting guard. So they don't need Tyrese Maxey. Killian Hayes, I think that RJ Hunter's better than him. I don't know why. He's ranked over. I don't know why Killing is ranked over RJ, but it's ESPN. They have Max Kellerman. They have what's that one? Kendrick Perkins. And I can't remember his name. Ryan Hollins working there. So what does that tell you? With the 14th pick, since they don't have a backup point guard, and there isn't a good center available, that's what they need the most. The Celtics will select R.J. Hampton. And there you have it. There's a list of, I thought that it was 15, but I guess it's only 14. So yeah, this was a way longer video than usual. Like 3 times as long. But I had fun doing this. I hope that you have fun watching this. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And please turn on notifications on all so you don't miss out on a video and you get notified as soon as I release a video once or twice every week. This is WNC signing out.